From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Alina Hauter. Childcare is a challenging business, and locally, 2 agencies help providers navigate the requirements for state licensing. However, both the Four Cs in Butte and Childcare Connections in Bozeman are being replaced after decades of time in southwest Montana. Tonight, our Megan Elaine is in Livingston with how this might affect local families and providers.
Childcare Connections right behind me has been open for more than 40 years. Now they're being forced to close their doors. I caught up with the childcare provider in Livingston to see how this is impacting the community.
Not having them in my corner, it's a gut punch.
Melissa Whithorn took over Little Einstein's childcare and early learning in Livingston April of this year. She says she wouldn't be where she is without Childcare Connections.
She's come down here and spent time in this building with these kids to help me figure out, oh, okay, let's try this, or let's try that, to help me troubleshoot and come up with different solutions.
The Bozeman-based nonprofit serves 6 counties around the state. The state informed Childcare Connections a few weeks ago that they were awarding the provider services contract to Shine Early Learning. According to its website, it's based in New York City. Whithorn is frustrated.
How can you make a decision that's going to take our tax dollars out of local nonprofits, send it to another state that is a for-profit?
Whithorn says most importantly, Childcare Connections helps families.
At Childcare Connection, I know that they are going to love on those families and they are going to bend over backwards to help those families.
Executive Director of Childcare Connections, Tori Sproles, attests to this.
But I am concerned about our Spanish-speaking population. That is what we see the most of lately, is our Spanish-speaking population coming in and needing help with applications and someone to sit down with them and go through that.
Sproles and her 16 employees across the state are looking for a new job. She is still concerned for her clients.
That we will be helping with a transition for up to 90 days to kind of help our clients get used to the new normal.
Sproles says she has grown a connection with families and care providers for more than 13 years.
Organization that fully supports children and families, and at the heart of what we do is making sure that children are successful, and I just hope that that continues.
In Gallatin and Park County, Megan Elaine, MTN News.
MTN reached out to DPHHS for comment regarding Childcare Connections and Butte Four Cs. Here's the response. As part of our continued commitment to increasing access to high-quality, affordable childcare for hardworking Montana families, DPHHS moved from a single rep/scopes of work for all CCR&R services to a model with 3 distinct contracts for business supports, provider supports, and family supports. As a result of the state's competitive procurement process, not all current CCR&R providers are guaranteed a new contract. DPHHS is working to ensure that families and childcare providers maintain statewide access to resource and referral services during this temporary transition period.
On this football Saturday, we had a lot of beautiful sunshine all over Wyoming and Montana, but we also had more than our fair share of haze and smoke, and the smoke was a lot worse in the western half of the state, especially from Helena all the way to Hamilton. Unhealthy air quality because of all the smoke pouring out of the fires, mainly in Idaho, but more of that smoke is moving eastward. You can see that in our smoke forecast too. Late tonight through much of the overnight hours and also Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon, more of that smoke pushing from west to east right across Montana, as well as a good portion of Wyoming. And we're not going to be done with that smoke for quite some time, but we do have some welcome changes to our weather pattern. All the details for the next 7 days coming up in a few minutes.
Access to education is something many of us in the United States might take for granted, but for one MSU Billings student, it's a matter of saving her from the fate of an arranged marriage in her home country. It's why she and her host family created the Parvina Education Project, and they hope that it will help assist other women in her same position. Our Isabel Spartz spoke with Parvina on how school in Montana has changed her life.
Is probably the most determined person I've ever met in my life.
Education is not something international student Parvina Eshonkulova takes for granted.
I had to walk like 5 miles from my village to the street because I want to have that education.
The 19-year-old first came to the U.S. on the FLEX program that assists students from former Soviet Union countries, and that's when she landed in Lambert, Montana on exchange.
She went from a rural place to another rural place, so she kind of chuckles about that.
But was still a world of difference from her village in Central Asia.
She comes from a life that, yes, we have poverty in our country, but she definitely comes from a life that's very different than what we can imagine.
Nicole Kellick and her sister Stephanie Bergtosen both assist with exchange students in the district and instantly connected with Parvina.
I think of her as my daughter now.
But near the end of the year, something was off.
She finally broke down and she told me that when she went home, she couldn't get a scholarship to go to university. She would be married off by September.
My dad called me like 3 months after, and he said, like, as soon as you're getting here, your marriage is like, your marriage going to be like after a month.
It's the reality for many women in her home country, but the Lambert community knew they couldn't let it be her fate.
It just really hit me when she was on that trampoline with my daughter, giggling and having fun. And I just thought, she's never been a kid, never in her whole life.
And in the spring of 2023, they created the Parvina Education Project, which helped her come back to the States and attend college at MSUB, where she is now studying health and human performance.
She just wants to be able to, finish her degree. She wants to go into healthcare.
Now with big dreams, they hope that the program can grow and reach a bigger audience to help Parvina and others in the same situation break systemic rules.
Girls can hear it, or somebody under forced marriage, and they could have confidence that they can get escape of it and they can change their life.
In Billings, Isabel Sparts, MTN News.
Still to come on the MTN 10 o'clock news here on Q2, see how the tragic events of 9/11 inspired one Native American elk hunter to give back to the community. Stay with us.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Wednesday will mark 23 years since the tragic events of September 11th. One Paradise Valley woman says she was inspired to begin her path towards a career as a firefighter by the brave men and women who risked their lives all those years ago when she was just 6 years old. But outside of her volunteer uniform, she hunts elk antler sheds in the wilderness she protects. Our Marcus Kokova now takes us out to bear country alongside Rose Coyote for this story.
You need to be on your toes in a place like this. This is the next level. This is some mountain man out here.
When Rose Coyote says she hunts Paradise Valley elk sheds,
stalking the elk, watching them all winter, seeing where they bed, where they feed, what their patterns are. I want to know where the rest of the elk is.
it is not a pastime.
I sell them on the side of the road.
It is not a hobby.
I love being in bear country.
Rose lives a dangerous lifestyle of lone double-digit hikes, spending hours, days, seasons in the wild. Customs she says she'll live and die by.
Bit chewed up by the squirrels. Mana wahine toa in Maori, that means woman warrior with strong spirit. If I get taken out by a bear, well then, hey, at least I got taken out doing with what I enjoy.
Out here, you learn quickly. This is an existence not everyone is cut out for, or even understands.
Every 10 miles I find one, and I got 125 this year. Some people give me bad looks because they think I killed all these animals. They don't know that they drop them every year.
While elk may not be on the hunt roster, fellow predators beware.
You got the energy of that animal. This was a bear that I killed and ate last fall.
But Rose not only modestly lives off of the wilderness, she protects it as one of Paradise Valley and Park County Rural's volunteer firefighters.
We lived in New York City at the time of September 11th. I was 6 years old, and I remember drawing on the car with the dust from the towers. Ever since then, firefighters have always been my heroes, and so why not be one?
Her first love, however, will always outweigh comfort. Something she hopes to share with those who live our more cluttered, contemporary urban lives.
The higher I go, the more connected to the creator I am. It's cool to be able to share the experience with someone else.
Is there anything else you want to add?
Don't come taking my spots. I'll see you out there.
Marcus Kokova, MTN News.
Storm Tracker weather starts now with meteorologist Jason Stiff.
And good Saturday evening, everyone. Taking a live look outside on our Stockman Bank camera. You can see a little bit of traffic there right along King Avenue in Billings. A quiet weather evening for us. We had a lot of sunshine today, but also more than our fair share of haze in the air. And we're not done with that yet either. Had a mild, fairly seasonable low of 55 this morning. But we also overachieved yet again. Our average high is 78, but today, how about 11 degrees warmer than that at 89 degrees? Nowhere near breaking a record. 102. We don't need that kind of nonsense. Only 2 weeks away from the beginning of fall. But currently, we're still fairly warm outside despite that clear sky. We don't have a lot of wind, but we still have some more of that haze in the air. 77 degrees. Humidity fairly low at 20%. And the wind only 7 miles an hour out of the south. And it was a fairly toasty late summer day for most of the region. It was mainly 80s and lower 90s for us. Livingston rose to 91 degrees. Today it was also 91 in Great Falls and Kalispell. Sheridan was 92, 88 very warm degrees in Miles City, and 90 degrees both for Wolf Point and for Jordan. And under that clear sky right now, despite that clear sky, it is still fairly warm in much of central and eastern Montana. Upper 60s and lower 70s right now, but by far Billings is the warm spot at 77. Milder, a little bit more comfortable in Sheridan at 62 degrees, 64 degrees in Cody, and 60 degrees right now in Lewistown. And this uncommon recently, not very much wind, but that's good to have when we have very dry air, dry fuel on the ground, above average temperatures, and the gusty wind is something we do not want. So right now everyone has wind at or below 12 miles an hour. But speaking of the fire danger, as the first of 2 areas of low pressure move our direction, we are going to have an increase in our fire danger. So for Monday, we have a large part of south central Montana and under a fire weather watch. It's going to be from Monday afternoon through Monday evening. Same thing for far northwestern parts of our state, just to the east of Glacier Park. Also, with all the smoke in the air, we still have more air quality alerts out for west central and southwestern Montana, and that's going to be continuing to push our direction from west to east across the region. So as far as our sky condition right now, no clouds to speak of, just a lot of haze and smoke in the air. We'll have some changes moving our direction. Looking at our forecast going forward, we have an area of low pressure moving on shore, and that's going to give us a few more clouds by Sunday afternoon, mostly in the western half the state. Slight chance for showers. But you'll notice that twist in the atmosphere. That's that first area of low pressure. We'll have a partly cloudy sky on Monday. Again, no good chance for any wet weather yet. A brief break between the 2 different disturbances moving through on Tuesday. Then for the latter half of next week, we'll have increasing clouds and better chances for some rain. Now, most of that rain is going to fall in western Montana, but late Thursday into Friday, as it skips right overhead, we'll have a chance for some showers of rain over our part of the world as well. Now, I want to show you 2 different forecast models. One very enthusiastic about the amounts of rain, especially for the western half of the state. I still believe this is overdone. It will give most of our area, though, a decent amount of rain, especially around the Billings area. But again, I think that's a little bit too much. Here's another 7-day forecast, a little bit more conservative as far as the amounts of rain, especially for eastern Montana, still giving healthy amounts to the west. But either way, we're going to keep our eyes on this all the way through next week and let you know how much rain you can expect as we head closer and closer to the first day of autumn. Again, only about 2 weeks away. So for tonight, we'll have a clear sky, a lot of starlight, but also a little bit of haze here and there. Expect a very pretty sunrise tomorrow. Overnight lows mainly in the 50s. And then for tomorrow, we're going to have a little bit more heat than we had today. No good chance for any thunderstorms. We'll have a mostly sunny late afternoon sky. Lots of haze, daytime highs, upper 80s and lower 90s. But then the changes come. That trough low pressure coming from the Pacific. Look what that does to our temperatures by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We do have chances for wet weather, and those highs will fall from the 90s the next couple days to the 70s late next week.
Well, college football is officially back in the Gallatin Valley as the Bobcats come home after a 2-game win streak on the road. The Bobcats still look to continue their success, this time in front of a sellout crowd. So let's get right to those Gold Rush highlights. This game got a quick start early in the first. Tommy Malott with the pass to Scott Trey Humphrey. Humphrey easily sneaking past the Black Bears, going for 79 yards all by himself, giving the Bobcats the first touchdown at home. Then right after that, Gold Rush game or running game. Either way, Adam Jones headed to the end zone, giving the Bobcats an even bigger lead, 14-0 in the first. Then it's Maine's Aiden Cadigan with the punt blocked by Montana State, then picked up by Garrett Walicki around the 23-yard line. This then sets up Malott for the clean pass to Ryan Lonergan, giving the Bobcats a 20-point lead, this still in the first. Then let's head into the second quarter. Malott giving the pass again to Adam Jones. Jones sneaking right past the Black Bears again, giving the Bobcats an even healthier lead, 34 points up in the second quarter. Then just before the half, Maine's Carter Peavy with the pass to Montego Moss, putting Maine on the scoreboard. Bobcats still leading 38-7. Into the second half we go. Maine finds their footing. Trevin Ewing sneaking past the Bobcats to close it in. Then it's late into the fourth. Peavy with the long pass to Mo Efren, but Montana State's Jackson Harmon shutting it down. Your final score from Bozeman: Montana State 41, Maine 24. The Bobcats now 3-0 heading into a bye week. In Bozeman, Edgar Cedillo, MTN Sports.
The Montana Grizzlies took all 60 minutes in week 1 to get past Missouri State. Expected to have a much tougher test in week 2 in their road opener, a top 25 FCS matchup at number 23 UND. Let's go to the Alara Center in Grand Forks. It looked like it was going to be all Grizz in this game if you just paid attention in the first quarter. Eli Gilman absolutely shot out of a cannon, 63 yards to the house. That put Montana up 14-0 early. Now, later in the first quarter, how about the reverse to Aaron Fonts? He goes in untouched. It was 21-7 there. The Grizz led 24-7 at half. And then it was a completely different story. UND's Simon Romfo bobbles the snap, corrals it, finds a hole, and he's going to get across the goal line to get the Fighting Hawks within 3, 24-21. Then they would tie it at 24 in the fourth. Now just over 2 minutes to go. How about from 41 yards, CJ Elricks? It's good. 27-24 UND with the lead. Grizz miss a field goal in the final minute. The Fighting Hawks complete the comeback. 27-24, your final in North Dakota. Casey Conlon for MTN Sports.
I'm John.
Well, Jason, we're running out of time. What can you tell us?
I can tell you that we have one more day in the weekend, and we have more heat and more smoke. More smoke than anybody wants. The heat, though, still very summer-like for us. But you'll notice in those 7-day forecasts for Livingston and Cody, temperatures dropping down to the 60s by Thursday and Friday with a decent chance for at least a little bit of light rain for Miles City and Sheridan. Also, upper 80s and lower 90s all the way through Tuesday, cooling to the mid-80s by Wednesday, and a chance for some showers by Thursday and Friday. And for the Billings area, still way above average, both tomorrow and Monday with highs in lower 90s. More haze and smoke than we want, though, and then we'll have a better chance for some below average temperatures in the 70s and at least a few rain showers starting on Thursday.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yes.
Thanks, Jason. And thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope you have a terrific rest of your weekend.
The MTN 10 o'clock news continues right after this.
It